Hello everyone, in this video we are going to go through HTML attributes. HTML attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. All HTML elements can have attributes. Attributes provide additional information about elements. Attributes are always specified in the start tag. Attributes usually come in name-value pairs like name equals value. Now let's go to VS Code. Let's create new file index.html and I'm gonna call in here basic HTML structure. Select this HTML5 and let me delete this stuff because we'll discuss in later videos just to keep things less confusing. Hit save and let me open this page in the browser. Let's keep VS Code and browser side by side. Alright, now I'm gonna add a link here with a tag. It also needs closing tag, and I'm gonna type in here, and let's type in here, go to, let's say, Google. Hit save and it did not update. I don't know why. So let me close it and close the live server and go live again. Yes, it's there. Alright, so we see go to Google, but it's not working right now because we'll need to add an attribute here. Here comes the attribute. Let's type in here href. This href attribute specifies the URL of the page the link goes to, and put here equals and double quotes, and here we will add the link of Google. Let's go to Google and copy this whole URL with HTTPS and paste it in here as value of href attribute. Hit save, and now if I click on this, it takes me to the Google. And if you want to open this link in the new tab, you can do it by adding another attribute here, and the attribute is target equals, the value would be underscore blank. Hit save, and now if I click on this link, it opens Google in the new tab. This text actually go off the preview. Let's go to view and check this toggle word wrap. Alright, now let's add image to our website with image tag img, and it doesn't need any closing tag. Hit save, and we don't see any image here because we will need an attribute here, src, short of source equals the value, and here we'll have to give the URL of our image. Now let me tell you, there are actually two types of URLs. The first one is absolute URL and the second one is relative URL. First, let's discuss about this absolute URL. Absolute URL is a link to an external image that is hosted on another website. Let's say Let's open Google from our own site and type in here nature. Go to images. Let's click on this image and let's open this image in a new tab and copy this link here and paste it here. Hit save, go to our website, and here is the image. And the size of the image is too big. We'll also control this, but let's discuss the second type of URL, relative URL. Let's say if you have this image saved in your source folder, let's save it first. I'm gonna save it to the desktop as nature. Hit save. Yes. And let's delete this image from here first. Hit save. We don't have the image anymore. Now go to our source folder and copy the image that we have just saved from the desktop, and you can drag and drop the image here in your source folder. And in VS Code you can also view your images. Let's close this image and go back to your index.html and give the path of this image here. You can copy the relative URL of this image. Just right click here and click on this copy relative path and paste it in here. Hit save. And it's back again. For good organization, create a folder here, images, and let's put this image in this images folder. Move. Close this image. We'll also discuss the basic structure of files and folders of any website in our coming videos. Now if you notice that you don't see your image here, and if you want to give some alternative text to your image for any reason, if your image doesn't work, you can do it. Just go to the starting tag of image and type in here alt attribute equals and type the text here. Let's say nature image. Hit save. Now it shows the text here. And let's deal with this issue that we have moved image to images folder. You can copy the relative path and now paste it in here. Hit save and it's back again. So this is the relative path, and before that was absolute path. Let me close it now. Don't save. Now let's deal with the width and height of this image. You can control it with the attributes width, and the value would be in pixels. Let's say 200, and the height would also be 200 pixels. Hit save. And the image is smaller now. Now let's give our website a heading with h1 tag, and the heading would be, let's say, hello world. Hit save, and here we have hello world. Let me close it. Now I'm gonna add here an attribute style. This style attribute is used to add styles to an element such as color, font, size, and more. Let's say if you want to give the background color to this heading, you can just type in here background dash color and type in here colon, and let's give it a color of yellow. Hit save, and now our heading has got the yellow background. We'll discuss the styling of our web page in detail in our CSS video. You can also tell the browsers the language of your web page by adding an attribute that I removed earlier. The attribute would be lang, and you can type in here the code of your language, let's say EN, short for English. Then I can also give another attribute here, let's say title equals, and this title attribute defines some extra information about an element. The value of the title attribute will be displayed as a tooltip when we mouse over this heading. And let's type in here, this is heading. Hit save. Now if I hover over, I see the tooltip here. Now if you want to add the double quotes in the text of this heading, you can achieve this by just select all of this text including double quotes and add in here single quote. Hit save. Now if I hover over, we have double quotes, and if you want to add single quote, or if you want to show the single quote instead, you can do it. Let me undo that. Just select this text and add in here the single quote. Hit save. Now if I hover over, now we see the single quotes. Alright guys, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you next time.